You know, a show I am completely obsessed with, A Nearly Normal Family. This is a Swedish limited series currently streaming on Netflix, and I gotta tell you, I am obsessed with this show. Back in 2020, HBO had a show called I May Destroy You, starring, written, directed by Michaela Cole. And this show is very similar to that one. I love that show, and this shares a lot of similarities with I May Destroy You. So it follows this Swedish family. There is the mother who's an attorney, there's the father who is a priest, and their daughter. Their daughter in the beginning of the series is 14 years old. She has a best friend. She and her best friend go to an away camp. The 14-year-old, she fawns over this assistant coach and invites him to go for a swim in the lake. He does, even though he is an adult, he does, and then they sneak away to this nearby house and he takes advantage of her. I don't have to chronicle what happens, but he's a predator. He takes advantage of her, and someone catches them in an act and they end up calling her dad, and her dad picks her up. He's disappointed in her until she confesses that he did this without her permission. Her mom's a lawyer, remember, so her mom questions her, or really in an interrogating way. She interrogates her. Did you say no? Did you push away? You know, that whole bit. And she's 14 years old. She can't wrap her mind around what actually happened, but she knows she resisted. But her mom wants to know, so that she can sell this to a jury, did you resist enough? Listen, I won't get into that. So her mom relents that she doesn't want to move forward with pressing charges because these cases aren't won. You already know. So we fast forward to 5 years later, when she turns 19. She's not going off to college. She just wants to travel, and her parents don't want her to because they're afraid for her because of what happened to her. So she's out celebrating her birthday one day and sees this man who she takes a liking to as well. Well, he's a predator, he's a predator too, but he pretends like he falls in love with her. They have a really good night one night, but then one thing leads to another and they end up dating. But he's trying to take advantage of her, taking pictures of her unclothed, and he has a drawer full of pills where she doesn't know because she's young and inexperienced, but he has this drawer full of pills where he's been predatory to women or girls that he brings to his flat, you know, Ruthlin and that whole bit. So that's going on. Well, one day he ends up murdered, and she is the #1 suspect at 19. So she's taken into custody, and her mother, who's having an affair with another attorney, she solicits his help to represent her in her defense. And mom has got to clear her name while the daughter is in custody. And I mean, I don't want to spoil it because there's so much more going on with the dynamics of, you know, their relationship as a family, you know, the priest and the lawyer and the whole bit. There's that dynamic going on. And then there's the daughter. We're wondering, did she actually kill him? Or is it this other girl who was telling the young girl that she had been through a similar thing and she needs to flee because he's a predator? Did she kill him, or did her best friend kill him because her best friend, we are led to believe that maybe she likes him too, or maybe he's taking advantage of her. Like, there are a lot of things going on. This is rich in suspense. It's very cinematic, the way it's directed and captured. The scenery just envelops you. It's so beautifully shot. The world seems really dynamic and you know, 4-dimensional. It feels so real. It's just a really compelling story. It's 6 episodes. It's 50 minutes an episode. It's really easy to watch. I discovered this last night and I could not go to sleep until I finished it. I binged it all last night. I totally love this. It's well acted. Shout out to the voice actors. The overdubbing was so great. I watched with the subtitles too, so there's subtitles, there's overdubbing, or you can watch it in Swedish. It is a really good series. It's called A Nearly Normal Family. It's currently streaming on Netflix. Come back and tell me how obsessed you are with this series.